The Washington Commanders offensive line. That's been a hot topic this whole entire preseason. And after watching them for the past couple of weeks, I can honestly say the offensive line is not that bad. Let's talk about it.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. One full with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders offensive line unit and how I personally feel after watching them in the first two preseason games. They're actually not as bad as the whole entire media is making it seem. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm doing a jersey giveaway too. I'm going to have a video coming out very soon, but long story short, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and you have a chance to win a Terry McLaurin jersey. It's that simple, it's that free. I'm trying to get to 6K. Alright, let's talk about this offensive line unit. So, as we know, the Washington Commanders, coming off of a year where the offensive line struggled a lot last season. Obviously, we know the quarterback play was not good, but a lot of the reason why the quarterback play wasn't good was due to the terrible offensive line that we put together last season. So going into this offseason, it was a must that we found a better upgrade at certain offensive line positions. Obviously, you needed to replace, find a new right tackle. You needed to find a new left guard because, well, two new guards really, because Andrew Norwell and Trey Turner were terrible. So you need to replace them. It seems like you're replacing them with Saahdiq Charles and Sam Cosmi. I'm fine with that. The thing that concerns me though, is the left tackle position, and I'll be honest with you, I made a video on this. It concerns me for the simple fact that I think we should have been upgraded at that position, or at least attempted to, and we're still staying with Charles Leno. But Washington decided not to do that this offseason. They decided to go out and get a center in Nick Gates. Drafted Ricky Stromberg in this past draft. They bring back Tyler Lawson. And they have a guy named Trent Scott who looked really good in the preseason game versus the Ravens, and he's a guy that I think is going to make this roster and could potentially, be high up on the depth chart. Maybe he could replace a C. Luke or something like that. Because Cornelius Lucas, he's a guy that I think, honestly, I made a video on him. Potentially, he should start at left tackle over Charles Leno. But I don't know after seeing him the past couple of preseason games. I honestly feel that C. Luke is a really good depth guy, and me saying that I feel that he should start at left tackle should speaks the volumes of how we view Charles Leno. Now, I don't think Charles Leno is as bad as a lot of you all, but I definitely wanted to upgrade the left tackle position last season, going into this past draft. I wanted one in the first round. But with that being said, we have the unit that we have, and I honestly think it's not as bad as it is. After watching the first two preseason games, I gave the offensive line a bad rap after week one, and I was on their case, I was on their head heavy. But after watching it, I'm like, man, the offensive line is actually pretty solid. Like, they're giving Sam Howell some great time. How about Saahdiq Charles in this past Ravens game? Y'all know how I am about Saahdiq Charles. I think he's talented, but he's never healthy. And he played lights out last week versus the Ravens. When you don't call the offensive lineman's name, that means they're doing well. And Saahdiq Charles is coming off a really good game. I mentioned Trent Scott. He was good. Andrew Wiley had one possession in the Ravens game, and after that they set him down and went to Trent Scott. But the week before that, he had some solid plays. Obviously love Sam Cosmi. Think he has the potential to be one of the best right guards in football. And center Nick Gates, I didn't really know how to feel about the Nick Gates signing, but I love Nick Gates now. I said this last night on stream. I don't know if it's the nastiness he plays with. I don't know what it is, but I love Nick Gates now, and I don't mind him being my starting center. I still feel like they love Ricky Stromberg, and they're just working with him. And I was like, dang, I want Ricky to be out there week 1 because I feel like the versatility that Nick Gates provides as guard to guard and the center, the new Wes Schweitzer here, I don't want to lose that and he potentially goes down. But if Ricky isn't ready, then I don't want to force him to go out there because you still got Tyler Lawson, and I'm high on Tyler Lawson more than a lot of other people are with this in this fan base. So our center position, I think we're fine. But Nick Gates, if he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be really good. He plays that nastiness, man. I know some positive is that he plays that nastiness, and he's going to be a guy that's going to give it his all. But also some negatives about that, he could potentially cost us some 15-yard penalties here and there, right? You know what I'm saying? So after just deep diving into the watch of the offensive line, I liked what I saw from the time that Sam Howell had. A lot of people want to say Sam Howell hold on to the ball, but I feel like, again, the reason why he may hold on to the ball a little bit is because of the time that he actually has. He's probably surprised that, hey, man, I got all this time so I can hold on to the ball. You know what I'm saying? I liked what I saw in the run game from a couple guys. I think that's where we do need to work on, though, especially like guys like Nick Gates and stuff like that, on the outside runs, on the tosses and stuff like that. I think the run game is something that we still need to work on, but I did like a little bit what I saw from Saahdiq and a lot of other guys on the offensive line. The unit is not perfect by any means, and I'm not saying that it is, but I think we're definitely way better than what we were last year. And I'm not even asking them to be a top unit. All I'm just asking them is just give Sam Howell time and keep his jersey clean. You know, now it's gonna be hard, you know, because we face some good edge rushers, and that's what concerns me. Really, Charles, you know, we faced Micah Parsons, we faced Hassan Reddick, and you know, Nolan Smith, and all the edge rushers that the Eagles have there, Josh Sweat and whatnot. We face a lot of good talent over there, and then in New York they got Kayvon Thibodeau and a lot of other guys on that unit. I'm blanking right now, to be honest with you, but they have some really good guys there in New York too. So really in the division, it scares me. Outside of that, we do face some talented defenses like the Broncos and stuff like that, but I think we could hold our own. Now again, I don't think we're going to be a perfect unit by far, but I just think if we can be a unit that's going to just give Sam Howell time, allow him to go through his progressions, we should be fine. Just work together, communicate, and we have to stay healthy most importantly. When we tap into that depth, I feel like our guard depth isn't as bad because we're giving, like I said, we're giving Ricky Stromberg snaps at guard, so maybe he can have that guard versatility in his bag at some point if we do need it. We got Cole Luke coming off the bench. We got Trent Scott coming off the bench. We got Chris Paul coming off the bench. I think we have, and Tyler Lawson. So I think we have some quality depth. I think we're going to be fine if we have to tap into that depth. Now, if we have to go deep into the depth, then that may be the problem. But if we have our 5 guys staying healthy, Leno, Saahdiq, Gates, Cosme, and Wiley, I think we're fine. Like I will admit it, I genuinely overreacted to the Week 1 game versus the Browns. But again, like I said, I feel like they're getting better. Remember, they had the joint practices with the Ravens. The Ravens broadcast, they said, hey, the Washington Commanders offensive line looks good. You know what I'm saying? So that's giving me confidence, like, all right, maybe it was just Week 1. Everybody was getting used to how things are going to be going. They're probably not quite comfortable. It's just the first preseason game. I think we're going to be good. You know, and I saw somebody comment this. I can't remember your name, so forgive me. But he's like, I want to see the offensive line get some run, the starting offensive line get some run in the final preseason game versus the Bengals. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. Like, no, don't put no other starters out there. But I would not mind, and I don't think they're going to do this, but if they did do this or even thought of this idea, that would be a good idea to put maybe the starting offensive line unit out there for a possession or two and just let them get their feet wet and continue to you know, build that camaraderie because they need all the work they can get. You know what I'm saying? Week 1, they don't really have, it's not really no many threats that they have to worry about Week 1, so they may look good Week 1, but the real test comes Week 2 when we face Denver. You know what I'm saying? But more of the story, ladies and gentlemen, the offensive line, upon further review, is not as bad as a lot of us thought. Again, work in progress. They're not perfect, but this unit is pretty solid when healthy. And again, like I said, Saahdiq Charles having the performance that he had versus the Ravens has given me a really good encouragement feeling about him and this line in itself. The only thing again that concerns me is left tackle Charles Leno. Again, if me saying Cornelius Lucas should start should speak volumes to how I feel about Leno, because I don't know if he is going to be able to hold his own for 17 games. For sure, he's done here in Washington, I think. Thank you for your services after this year. We're going to draft the left tackle next year. We literally have to move on from him. But again, Leno is probably my only concern. Other than that, I'm comfortable with Saahdiq. I'm comfortable with Nick Gates. I'm comfortable with Sam Cosmi, and I'm comfortable with Andrew Wiley. So maybe we got to run some two-man protection over there on the left side. Have a tight end chipping every time we drop back the pass, or every time a running back goes out for a route. Help Charles Leno, chip the edge rusher on your way out, hit him, slow him down, to just try to do everything to keep Charles Leno good. You kind of do what they did for Andrew Wiley in Kansas City last year. I think that's what we can do for Charles Leno on the left side this time. And we have the perfect offensive coordinator that's going to actually adjust. Unlike Scott Turner, he sees the offensive lineman getting worked, Eric Bieniemy is going to adjust. So I think we'll be fine. And I think this offensive line has a chance to be really solid. So with that being said, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. And again, I'm doing a jersey giveaway. I'll make a video on it separately, shouting it out. But long story short, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, and you'll be entered in the Terry McClellan giveaway. So with that being said, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. See y'all later on tonight for the live stream. Peace.